Hospitals have always been places full of new life and death. Because of this, there are many supernatural rumors about hospitals and what happened to the High Street Mental Hospital in Sa Ying Pun, which has a history of more than 100 years, has become the most appalling hospital in Hong Kong. What about the High Street Haunted House? Today, I will introduce you to the haunted house of Hong Kong's High Street. To know more about High Street Haunted House, you must first know about its location in Sa Ying Pun. Sa Ying Pun is located in the west of Hong Kong Island. It belongs to the Central and Western districts. It is one of the earliest developed areas in Hong Kong. The origin of the name Sa Ying Pun can be traced back to the opening of Hong Kong. In 1841, the British Army landed near Possession Street in Sheung Wan. Possession Point is where Hollywood Road Park is today, and the English name of Possession Street also reflects the history of occupation. Because it is located by the seaside, the mountain is steep, and it also has military advantages geographically. So the British set up a military camp and called this area Sa Ying Pun. In the 1850s, due to the turmoil in the Qing dynasty, a large number of refugees flooded into Hong Kong, prompting the British government to develop the Sa Ying Pun area. And Sa Ying Pun became the first planned residential area in Hong Kong. And it also became a place where Chinese people lived together at that time. Sa Ying Pun is one of the earliest developed areas in Hong Kong, witnessing the history of Hong Kong since its opening. So the buildings in the area have a history of more than 100 years. In addition to the buildings, the streets also have many allusions. First Street, Second Street, Third Street, and High Street in Sa Ying Pun run side by side along the seaside to the hillside. In Hong Kong in the past, if you live in a higher location, it meant that you were richer. So, the people who lived on High Street used to be wealthy people, and the High Street Haunted House is located on this street full of historical stories. High Street was originally called 4th Street, but in Chinese society, the number 4 had a similar pronunciation as death, so it is considered unlucky. Later, the Hong Kong government complied with public opinion and renamed 4th Street to High Street, which is the highest street among the 4 streets. Located at the end of High Street in Sa Ying Pun, it is full of many spirits. The most rumored is the haunted High Street Haunted House. 130 years ago, the building was originally a dormitory for foreign nurses. It was completed in 1892. Due to the extreme lack of medical personnel in Hong Kong in the 19th century, ordinary Hong Kong citizens also lacked basic medical knowledge. They would not go to see a doctor, so the British government eagerly used generous benefits as a solicitation to attract foreign medical personnel from the British mainland and other British colonies to come to Hong Kong. And when they arrived in Hong Kong, they would work in the National Hospital, also located in Sai Ying Pun. The National Hospital of that year was founded in 1874. It was the first non-military hospital in Hong Kong and treated with Western medical methods. That is, the first public hospital. The predecessor of the High Street Haunted House was the Foreign Nurses' Dormitory for this purpose. It is a dormitory built by a batch of nurses from afar, and the design of the building adopts the Baroque architectural style that is relatively rare in Hong Kong. In 1939, at the Victoria Psychiatric Hospital at the end of Eastern Street in Sai Ying Pun, due to too many mentally ill patients, the supply of wards was in short supply, so the British government decided to requisition the High Street Nurses' Dormitory at that time and transform it into a women's psychiatric hospital. Afterward, it was opened in 1941, and since then it has officially become a high street psychiatric hospital familiar to Hong Kong people. However, not long after the psychiatric hospital was rebuilt, that is, in 1941, Japan officially occupied Hong Kong during World War II. During this period, the Japanese army forcibly occupied it and became the headquarters of the gendarmerie. It is said that the 2 underground floors were used as the Japanese army's dungeon and execution room. During the 3 years and 8 months of Japanese occupation, many innocent people died here, and most of the remains were buried in the King George V Memorial Park opposite the hospital. It is estimated that more than 10,000 remains were buried here before the surrender of the Japanese army. After the end of the Japanese occupation period, that is, in 1945, the High Street Mental Hospital was reopened in 1961. In 1971, Castle Peak Hospital, the first modern psychiatric hospital in Hong Kong, was established. The number of patients seeking treatment in the High Street Psychiatric Hospital decreased, and the High Street Psychiatric Hospital was gradually replaced, and the High Street Psychiatric Hospital was officially closed in 1971. Since then, the building has been vacant. During the 30 years of desertion, due to the complex historical background of the High Street Mental Hospital, rumors slowly spread to the public, leading the public to only remember its dark side. The High Street Psychiatric Hospital, which has been abandoned since the 1970s, has always been a place where many spiritual explorers challenged their courage. One day, a spiritual explorer decided to explore here, and he found the dilapidated mental hospital had become eerie, and when he walked to the attic on the second floor, he was suddenly stunned by the scene in front of him, because he saw a Japanese soldier in the dark of the attic and actually carried the prisoner hanging. Just before he had time to react, the scene in front of him disappeared without a trace, and the attic also disappeared, and he could no longer find the location of the attic, so he fled out in fright. The next day, he spread the story of the mysterious attic and the urban legend about the execution of innocent people. Was exactly what happened. Japanese soldiers secretly executed many innocent people in the attic. The ghost once again showed the scene of being executed that year to the spiritual explorer. Among the many legends, the incident of screams from an empty hospital is the most widely circulated among the public. It is said that in the 1970s, after the mental hospital was officially closed, many drivers and nearby residents said that they passed by in the middle of the night. At this time, they heard screams coming from the entrance, and sometimes they heard crashes coming from the hospital. But the mental hospital had been vacant for a while at that time, so there should be no one inside. So then who made the scream? Some people think that it is the sound of the dead soul who had been in the hospital for a long time. Because of the pain, they hit their heads against the wall. So some people think that the Eerie mental hospital is really haunted. And after the supernatural rumors leaked out, many investigators were attracted to explore here. However, some people who entered the house said that after entering the building, they felt that they were being followed and heard begging and knocking sounds. Some people who believe in ghosts and gods believe that there are often haunted incidents in mental hospitals. The reason is that many mental patients were once isolated here. It is pointed out that many of the mental patients admitted to the hospital were seriously ill and even have suicidal tendencies. They scream loudly and even vigorously hit the wall with their heads, so many drivers and nearby residents will hear these strange sounds. In addition, in the 1990s, a set of supernatural films in the recorded form established the status of the High Street Mental Hospital as a ghost resort in Hong Kong. The movie Big Superstition, starring metaphysics master Ku Ming Lee, was released in 1992, and Ku Ming Lee worked with the production team to visit different supernatural places for adventure, and the High Street Haunted House was one of the locations the team visited. When the filming team entered the High Street Haunted House, the accompanying psychic did not say that the house was full of ghosts, a translucent figure, and anomalous images. And the supernatural events didn't only happen after the investigation. According to the legend, when Jackie Jung and Eric Zung were filming the movie Blood Brothers in the haunted house on the high street, there were also some weird events. It is said that during the filming, Jackie Jung was standing by and waiting for the filming when suddenly a staff member panicked. He told him that he saw another person who looked like he walked into the house just now. In addition, during the filming session, some people even heard someone shouting for help in the house. But when the staff entered the house to understand the situation, they only saw a strange and unknown old man appear. They quickly disappeared after being seen, so the staff thought that the set was haunted, and they were very disturbed. Later, in 2001, the government demolished most of the haunted house, leaving only the granite exterior walls and corridors. After being abandoned for 30 years, the building was reused and has now been converted into a 7-story building, used as a comprehensive community center in Sa-Yin-Kun. After that, there were more new rumors of hauntings. Do you think these rumors are true or false? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see everyone in the next episode. Hint, the next story's about a Malaysian legend about a certain spirit.